Hello, and welcome to, or welcome back to some more Reality Break. I downloaded this demo last night, and I ended up playing about 5 hours. Uh, this game, like, it's just awesome. Um, I so I wanted to make another video on it today, kind of going over some of the stuff that I found and things that that I now understand and things like that. Um, so the I've flown around quite a bit. I beat the demo, and there's some stuff in there that obviously I don't want to spoil if you want to go play that. Um, but uh, I do understand a little bit more of this stuff now. The first thing I'll tell you, if you're playing the demo, go ahead, hit escape, go to options, go to customize your input bindings down here, and then go down here and either where is it? Get can toggle salvage item or eject item and change one of these. I changed my eject item to shift E as opposed to just shift right click because that one and the somewhere in here is the other one. Eject item, catalog diet, skip. Rewrite item. So rewrite item and eject item were the same keybind, and that's why I was having a lot of difficulty with that. Where if I go into my inventory, I just keep hitting keys. Eventually, I'll find it. So now I can actually go and shift, right click on these guys, and I can actually do this. So I've actually increased this thing so it reduced the cost of it. Um, I can do this, and this one's been maxed out now to where it gives me plus 99 barrier for my drone that's helping me fly around. Um, this guy will give me, plus engine thrust. Like I don't know if I get both of these, like if I buy this one, if I get both of them. Uh, I'm still trying to figure out some of that stuff. Then and this one has two different values on it, so like I can get extra barrier. This one I can do damage reduction. I can do all kinds of stuff, right? This one, so this is originally came and it was for a capital class ship, and I reduced it one time and it dropped it down to a warship. And if I get 37 points, I can actually reduce it again and get it for a fighter class. But I can also, and then you have this guy here where it's like energy regen. Here I can do energy gain when damaged, right? So now it has both of those on it. So and you'll get points as you fly around. Like I don't think I'm gonna be able to get enough to do that before I get too far in here. So I'm 15,000. I can get more repair, but I want more drone slots. So right now, kind of where I'm at is I beat the game or beat the demo, and I'm kind of just flying around. I can go do. I gotta stop running into stuff. It really hurts. So I can go to different missions. I can go do stuff. So I can go do a new part. Find and destroy the Colossus reactor. Um, Obtain decryption codes and scan the areas. Right. That one I can get a purple primary weapon out of it. That one's white stabilizers. Right. Blue shield item. We go. We'll go try to look at this one. And I did this one yesterday. And kind of trying to figure out how to do it. And it's not super easy. So basically, you start down here, and we're trying to go up and in. You don't want to hit these walls because if you hit the walls, you will die. So we're trying to figure out where we're going here and head up towards where we're trying to go. Ouch. Trying to and these guys are extremely mean. But I also only have 6 minutes and 40 seconds at current to do that, and they are very angry. So back in we go again. Try to figure out where we're going. And the trick is you have to be able to get up here to the reactor within the time frame, and every once in a while they'll just catch the edge of your ship and spin you like that. I was holding straight to the left, and next thing I know, they caught the wing of my ship and spun me up into the wall. Come on. Do, 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 do. See if we can get up here and do it. So, kind of where I'm at right now is just kind of doing submissions, trying to do stuff like that, and trying to get the stuff done. Obviously, I'm not strong enough to really do what I'm trying to do. I probably should reset and get the extra bonus points and kind of do it again. Uh, the only thing I do, it's kind of cool, but at the same time, it's kind of frustrating. Is that as when you reset, you're literally resetting all your progress, and that gets kind of frustrating because you have to start basically the game all the way over again. Snap back down. Trying to get up here to where the signal is so we can see if we can. It's right over here. Oh, that is just another item. Going up. Yeah, so we're just kind of getting to a point where we're taking too much damage. So kind of when you get to that and you're like, okay, I've had enough of this. We go my potential RP. I can get 12 points, right? So we're gonna go ahead and go into the vortex. And then once you go into the vortex, this is kind of the reset mechanic, and that's how you kind of cash out to get those points. And then it's basically it's the same thing. And then basically all you're going to do in here is this is kind of like zombie horde mode time, and you're trying to literally uh, survive as long as you can. Um, and the longer you survive, and the more things that you murderize in here, the more points you get. And that's kind of the goal here is to kill as much as kill or be killed. Well, it's kill and be killed because you can't outrun this. You can't win this. Um, all you can do is survive as long as you can, and then the longer you survive, the more points it gives you. So basically, the longer you survive here, the more points you get on reset. Oh, good. This is what I needed. A big two of them. Do that. Come on. So there is no loot. You can pick up things to kind of refresh your energy. You can pick up some things to do some different stuff with. But for the most part, you're just flying around and just trying to survive as long as you can. Right, till you can. And then every time you kind of do this, you get stronger and stronger. Just kind of doing. Kind of doing the murder. I don't know why it's all red and glowy today. It is definitely angry about it though. And very difficult to. Oh, I died. No, I didn't died. No, I did the died. So once I get through with that, it basically it'll show me that I can click on my character here. Can go reality break available, right? So break. So she currently has 10 points. I will gain 32 reality points, right? So we'll go ahead and reality break her. And then now we're back to level 1, right? So we're on cycle 3, and then we'll go ahead and play. You have 34 reality points available to spend. Do you want to launch anyway? Cancel. Okay. So we want to go to the reality stream. So this is kind of the place where you go to get like bonus things for inside of the game, right? Um, so full undermine, dissolve item, allows you to dissolve Pip's inventory, get 50% of your credits, which may not be a bad one to do. Cost me 6 reality points to do that one. I already did this one up here where it gets rid of all my junk items, so I don't need it. They don't even drop anymore. Your character. So this one would actually not be a bad one too, because now I get extra points when I start. I think the earlier you get that, the better. Change difficulty, which affects enemy health and damage, as well as possible rewards. That one may not be a bad one. Increases ship health by 200 per talent level. Damage reduction. Upon profile break, receive a powerful random item that would place in your ship's inventory. That would have been good to had already. So maybe Fate Core prevented from factoring the timeline when being. All right, so we already did that one. That's, lots of expert goals. Allows you to complete different. Okay. Fate accesses at random items and prevent additional primary, secondary. Okay. Fate pulses maximum by 2 per talent. So I kind of want to get that one because I need more fate points. And the problem is you need those points to be able to get some of that stuff, or to be able to decrease larger things. Um, I think I want to do. I think we're going to do the change difficulty. Let's see. Dissolve items may be a decent one to have. Take the dissolve. Oh, Jesus. Oh, okay. So that opened a bunch of level 2 stuff. Hey, what does this do? Okay. Item is prevented from dropping due to a garbage disposal. There's 10% chance per level or credit will drop. Okay. Now I've got all kinds of new stuff opening. What was this? We'll wait on the change engagement. Now, unfortunately, there's a bunch. So I'm really happy with this game. Like with it just only being a demo, like I'm on board. I'm here for it. Uh, oh wow. So possibility has 20% chance per talent point to drop a fate pulse. Oh, your focus ability, okay. Decrease all rewrite costs of fate for by 20% per talent level. I kind of like that idea. We'll get a point of that. So there's so much stuff to kind of go and do it here. 5% chance. Drop a fate pulse. 10% credits more per power level. We're just gonna leave these for now. I'm gonna come back and dig through this. There's so much stuff there. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna have those selected. We're gonna go ahead. We're gonna play the demo. So now when you do this, you literally go back into the game and you start over from scratch. I probably should have looked to see what the difficulty change stuff was, but so this is all the stuff we saw yesterday. It's literally you start back over in the exact same game. You start with all the exact same stuff. We go back in. We have our exact same, launchers and stuff, except for now things, our missile launchers are broken when we restart. We don't have access to our character. We don't have access to our prestige points or any of that stuff right now. But we can go ahead and fly around. We have a nice missile that starts out with us. Now you're kind of, we have the same missions, we have the same stuff like that going. So if you want to go restart and do those things, you can. Uh, the idea here, though, is kind of it, like I should have increased the difficulty, and I didn't. All right, so there's a violent igniter. So this thing here, survivability, right? 18 armor. Yep, take that. We're all for it. We'll start adding new stuff in, and it's literally rinse and repeat, right? It's the same. It's the same game. It's you're rinse and repeating. I, I don't know. I don't know if resetting is all the way back to the beginning every single time. I don't know if that's gonna be something that like it depends on how often it happens. Uh, like it really depends on how often it happens. Now I also have the ability to if I open my B menu here and I hit R for change my loadout, right? So if I change that guy there, then I go here, I can add all this stuff here. Right. And then if I do this, I can actually shift to my alternate ability and basically bounce back and forth. So depending on what I want to do, I can actually have it set up so that I have multiple. I get multiple or different weapons. I can switch back and forth. Now, I did see there's stuff for warships and there's stuff for capital ships in the game. I don't think that we're going to get a new ship. I don't think you're going to be able to fly a warship or a capital ship. I hope that you can. That would be freaking amazing. But I think what it is those items are meant to use for those larger ships, and we can shrink them and use them still. But I don't think we're going to get a larger ship. I think this is the ship we have. And like I said, I could be wrong. I don't know. But it seems like that's the mechanics of the game, and I'm okay with it. It was kind of frustrating. You'll see stuff like that drop, and you're like, oh, okay, well, am I going to get a larger ship? Do I need to have a bunch of stuff for a larger ship? And it doesn't seem that way. It seems like uh, it seems like the way it works is that you use your fate pulse or your fate things to kind of shrink them. I'm kind of clearing some of these guys out in the beginning here to kind of see if I can find more cool equipment like that right there. There's a break aegis, right? So that basically grants stuff for propulsion ability. So I'm just trying to get enough items here in the beginning to kind of be stronger. And it's working out for me. It seemed to be a little bit stronger now. Got the old Gatling gun going. Next, I got to get it to where the white things stop dropping too. I don't want I want no part of those things. If it's not high end stuff, like you can keep it. Look at you guys, all you guys up here in your fancy dinnerware. Didn't help you any though. All right, but yeah, so far, like I said, I've got over 5 hours in this game. I this game, like I this is the I love Diablo, uh, but this is the Diablo I wanted. Being able to just fly around and yeah, it's there's times like I will literally just get my teeth kicked in, and you just can't really do anything about it. Um, but like then there's other times that like it's just does great and it's really awesome and it's oh that's not what I want to do. If you're in the thing and you right click on it, it sells it. We don't want to sell it. I want to equip it. The shotgun is really powerful, but it's also very short range. Um, uh, uh 12 hours ricochet. It says it changed from enemy to enemy, but I haven't had it do that. Maybe I just need to use it a little bit longer and actually try it. Maybe I need to get more enemies. All right. So jump to the next cluster. So, but like I said, it's just it's a space-based ARPG, and I'm having a blast with it. I played for a couple hours last night, and it is really well done. And basically, having you decide when you want to reset, um, and kind of choosing when that works and doesn't work. Yeah. Okay. No. Well. Okay. Well, maybe it is working. Yep. No. Okay. It's working. It doesn't do it all the time, but when it does do it, oh, it's weird. When it does do it, oh yeah, and every once in a while you run through those little pulses, and it gives you boosty speeds. Okay, what's in the box? A strong booster. And some of the names don't always make sense, but like it, and the other thing you can do too is eventually you'll get to a station. The station I was at the beginning of the video, you'll get to a station, and then that station will allow you to do some research on things, and you can start finding like uh, unrelated freaking items and that kill him by accident. Where'd you go? That weird ship that was here that was driving through. If you can actually kill those, they're kind of like I, I guess that's this game's answer to like the loot goblin, because they drop a bunch of really good stuff usually. Uh, and I don't know if I may be wrong. It may not be what it does at all. But it seems like if you can actually kill them, they drop a bunch of cool stuff, and they're a bit difficult to kill. And then you have these things. Oh, they're right on the edge. Sometimes those things will spawn inside of those bubbles, and it's really a pain in the butt because you're like, I would really like to get that because there's usually good stuff in it. Um, but if it's inside of the thing, then you die. Go down here, drive around, and shoot some more guys in the face, and it's so satisfying. And then the fact that you can just change your weapons out, and you can have multiple weapon settings, and it's such a it's such a good game. It's so well put together. Even for the demo, I am I'm very excited about this game, and I plan on putting a bunch of hours into it. Ooh, a big guy. Oh, not there he is. Okay, I would appreciate it if you didn't laser me. All right, see that? That's what happens when you upset me. All right, easy enough. Up, 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 up. What the hell was that? A little bit of leveling up. So now you do have uh the this also, right? So automatically siphon health. I'm all about it. Um, we'll do that there. So you do have a like those perks and stuff. So that screen looks fairly small, but you rip through that screen fairly quickly. Um, so and you're resetting it continuously. So it it's not as troubling as I initially thought, right? Because with that main screen changing so that it's a lot larger, um, it's a lot different, right? It's uh, I don't know. It's the game is it doesn't seem too bad, and I would say like so playing ARPG, we obviously have Diablo, we have Path of Exile, we have Last Epoch. Those are the big ARPGs, right? And then at least in my eyes, there's other ones. There's a lot of other ones out there, but you either suffer from the ability or the problem in like Path of Exile where it's so complicated and you basically need a freaking Sherpa in order to tell you how to play your character or even build your character, um, to be able to figure out what you're doing. Or it's so cheesy that like with the Diablo 4 where you just kind of go through and you're like, okay, this is good. I'll bounce back and forth to this. Like it's not as it's not as difficult to figure it out. It's a lot easier to redo. Um, so and having a path in the middle where as I open some of the menus, it slowly gives me more and more stuff, and it gives me more things to look at and more things to kind of judge and to check out. That makes it easier. It makes it digestible, right? Like when you open Path of Exile and you have this freaking, you know, the the character map opens, and it's freaking so dang large that most people, and most people play Path of Exile. They open the skill, not the skill tree, but the I can't remember what it's called right now. But when they open that, you just see this big freaking just ball of freaking holy crap, and it's very complicated. It's you're just hit in the face with like a bat, um, and you don't have time to figure out what you're trying to do. It makes it very difficult to get into the game. Whereas with uh, and Diablo 4 does that now too, where in the beginning uh, you have your normal levels, and then when you hit the Paragon points, then you open the big boards, and it's very complicated, and then it's a lot harder to digest. Um, they've kind of taken that approach too, which is good. And this game kind of following that too, where hey, it makes it very light and easy to digest. Here's your choices; these are the ones that matter. And then as you open things, it's like, okay, now you have more choices. Now you have, and it's a question of how far that goes, and whether you know how deep that goes. Because if it goes deep enough, then it's gonna be it'll be well worth it, right? So the trick with these guys is to make sure you shoot those shards. Uh, if you don't shoot those shards, then it really bad things end up happening. And I love that when you change your armor and stuff, that it kind of changes your stuff on. Get a little bit more of that. Change your wings out. Really, at least to blue and most of our things. What's this? Still that. So, and the way this game works is, and not to give too much of it away, but the way it works is there's certain points in the story where you are basically the game ends, and it's kind of um, the way the game does it is it's kind of like Doctor Strange dealing with trying to find out that one way that they can survive, and unfortunately though, in order you're kind of playing those out. So what ends up happening is you're playing the game and you're trying to figure out the one way to survive. So every time something happens in the script and you're required to die, you go back to that screen and you basically rewrite it, and you alter uh, this AI artifact thing so that it doesn't kill you that next time there. Right. So when you go through the game the first time, you get to a place and you do some stuff and you explode, right? And then you come back out and it's like, okay, well, if you spend the points here, then you get then it won't explode next time. You learn, and now it won't explode. Yeah, if you leave those pulses alone too long, then they grow back into ships. It's really quite fun, and like, but the cool part is like you can do this, and they keep dropping loot, they keep dropping experience for you. So you can kind of keep farming them. So it's this is a great place to, especially if you just want to sit around and mindlessly shoot at things for a while. Like I said, you just have to be careful, especially with like some of these guys like this, because when you get those three of them together like that, and then they start growing their pulses together, then they end up growing the big ship, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. You can kind of use that to your advantage and have them make the big guy, and then and shoot him and get yellows out of him. So it's all in good fun. And then I'm just hitting Control Spacebar and just skipping the dialogue because I've been through it a few times. Got another elite coming in. Go. Like I said, you want to, unless you just want to get overran. There you go. Dead. All right. So we'll go ahead and go do that, and we go back out. And you're following the exact same story every time. So I would hope that at some point, maybe there's some variance in it. Obviously, that the fight's a little bit different, but watching the same story over and over again gets a bit repetitive. So hopefully they'll get that figured out. So I do like the railgun a little bit more, just as my own happiness. Now, like this guy here, like pacing synergy, right? So it would be quite an upgrade for the survivability, right? So if I go here, I need 19 of these points to be able to reduce it. So, and right now I have 7. I can get up to 43 now, so that's good. That'll allow me to save up for some pretty big spindies here in a little while. But place that one. You know what? We may go ahead and do that one. I normally do the laser. Occasionally stuns enemies. It's fine. We'll do that. Yeah. So then we'll do all that stuff, and then pretty much anything that you have left over, I just sell it. And if you do mark things for junk, you can go up here to the sell scrap. So I could have went through and marked everything as junk beforehand. As I go through and look at it, and then once I get to here, I could have just hit sell junk, and it would have just sold everything that was marked as junk. Oh, buddy, get a little. Oh, the red mist. Oh, and then every once in a while you run into these big fellas, and those little guys that are flying around them are basically healers. They put freaking health back into them, so you want to get those guys murdered off fairly quickly. But every time you come through, you become a little bit more powerful, a little bit stronger. Final star. Oh, we'll try that one back again. Overvolt, and then so the trick is to try to get cool stuff. Make sure you can get it on your ship. Ooh, oh, and then try not to be the dead. Go a little bit of ricochet damage action there. And I think the green bars, if they hit me, they basically slow me down. So not good fun. Not good fun at all. So the easiest way to get away from those is to basically to dodge, use your move ability to get away from them and get out of their range. And that's kind of how you break them. And it's great fun. Make sure you pick up the little purpley things. Then we go in here. Now we have 10. Yay! But it's just kind of a rinse and repeat, and do what you can, and try to slowly level up items. And see, here's this guy again. We're killing this time though. So, like I said, these guys they take a bit to cause, but they drop a bunch of yellows. They drop, and that's why I think that maybe they're the loot goblins. Because when you kill them, they drop a bunch of fun stuff. You want to stay away from those red things. They make you go explodey. It's not fun. It is not fun to be exploding. But as you can tell, and as you get further and further into the game, you get more and more, get stronger and stronger. And then, you start running into elites more often. They drop better gear. We found a reinforced crate. Go here, drop this on the map. So somewhere over here, there's a reinforced crate. And these signals is usually something fun to kind of deal with. What is this? Okay. All right. This is a mistake. So every once in a while, you'll find one of these guys and you select them and it puts them back together. And then you run into this fight. So this is fun stuff. Ouch. So it's got like things to do out in the story, and then if I do this, it shows me where I died at. So if I'm trying to figure out where I died, I could kind of make my way back down to where I either died, so that way I can get back in and fight with that guy again. The game is, there's so many little things, and like I would like to point out that this is the demo so far. Like that, like we're currently in the demo. Oh damn, I wasn't paying attention. Like this isn't even the final game yet. This is like the fact that like that baffles me, that it's just the release of the game. Like, yeah, could there be more stuff? Sure. Could there, you know, is there going to be? I'm sure there will be. I'm sure there's going to be more depths, and there's going to be more things added, and you'll be able to do a lot more things in the future. Now the trick is not to explode like that. So the trick is to get behind them, and kind of get fairly close to them, and then most of their abilities don't hit you there. But that is easier said than done when he's starting to launch everything that he can at you. There he comes. There you go. So get in behind him, and it didn't work. So with that though, I'm gonna go ahead and let y'all go. Hopefully you are enjoying the game. If you don't have it already picked up, the demo at the time of recording this is available on Steam. I don't know if there's a limit to how long it's going to stay up. If it's one of those things, because they've been, I don't know, indie devs have been doing this thing lately where they'll let the game stay out for like a week or something, and then magically they'll get rid of it. I don't know why that's the new thing that they're doing. Jesus. But it seemed to be the new thing that they're doing. I don't like it, but I get it and I understand it. I'm just not happy about it. So with that, hopefully you guys are enjoying it. If you liked the video and want to see more of this stuff, let me make sure you throw a like on it. If you aren't subscribed to the channel, please make sure you're subscribed to be notified. And then also, if you have a question, a comment, or concern, leave that down below, and we will go from there. You guys be safe. We'll talk to you soon.